So today I'm doing my August update for the Etoro portfolio. This is a monthly video series I do on the YouTube channel to show you how the Etoro portfolio is doing and any plans I have for the Etoro portfolio going forward. So I am a popular investor on Etoro, and a bit of background in case you are new around here. Apologies to you guys that have heard this before, but I did join the Etoro popular program at the start of this year. I know it says 2024 there. That was like the last day of 2024 when I joined. So this 2025 was my first year on Etoro as a popular investor. A couple of reasons why I started this popular investor program. The first one is just transparency. I was trying to find a platform which can show my performance a little bit better and have something that's like a third party actually say like this is my return rather than just telling you guys, so it's a bit more trustworthy. Etoro was a platform to do it, and then you can see my year-to-date performance with Etoro, which we currently have right now. The other reason why is that I also wanted to take the next step as an investor. I have, since I started investing, have a pretty good track record in the stock market. I've only underperformed the stock market in 1 year, which was 2022. The other years I have outperformed it since I started investing around about 2016, 2017. Yeah, I wanted to take my investing game to the next level, and I thought to become a Etoro popular investor, that would be the best way. It's kind of the step into being like a hedge fund manager, where doing this, I can obviously help people with investments. Obviously, you can invest in me through the Etoro Popular program if you do want to do that, and we do currently have 21 copiers, so thank you for you guys that do the copying, and 147 followers. So if you do want to join Etoro and also follow me on there, join through the link in the description. I'll also put it in the top comment box as well, guys, and thank you for you 21 copiers. So overall, yeah, how's it going? Well, at the moment we are up 33% year to date, so that's, yeah, really happy with 33% year to date performance. Looking at the S&P 500, it's currently up 9%, so yeah, a good over three times performance to the S&P 500, which is, if I do that every year, I'll be very happy with that. Really, really happy with that performance, and the fact that this is a brand new portfolio to start this off with, and being able to get to that performance, yeah, really happy with it. And also on Etoro, we don't have the ability to buy Audio Boom, which I'm sure you guys are aware is one of my favorite UK stocks at the moment, and CVS Group, which has been another good performer for us. So if they were actually on the Etoro platform, we probably would be up significantly more this year as well, which is great to see. Looking at the portfolio, I'm sure most of you guys are aware, so I do invest for 2 to 5 years. I'm a long-term investor, and I like to invest in value stocks. I like dividend stocks. I like growth stocks. I do a mixture of all three. Best of all worlds. I think that's where you become like the best investor, when you're able to buy and find stocks that you can get from all three types of investments, because at some points growth stocks are the hot thing, and then next thing you know, dividends are the next hot thing. So looking at the portfolio right now, we've currently got Google at the top, largest holding. Really happy with that. We're up 16%. I still think that's incredibly undervalued. I probably won't buy any more Google though, unless it does have about a 10-15% dip. But yeah, big fan of that one. HIMS, we have brought the HIMS position down slightly. I feel like HIMS, even though it's been a great performer for us for the last year, we're up 55%. I think HIMS might go through a tougher patch now, because its growth rate is decelerating, and as you decelerate and you're at a pretty high, not high, but a decent valuation, and you start decelerating on your revenue growth, it's not a great combination. So I think HIMS is maybe going to hit a bit more of a consolidation patch now, so that's why I've reduced my position down, because it was very much up there with Google, and you can see now that AMD is quite close to taking over it. Maybe I should consider maybe dropping it under AMD potentially and release a little bit more profit. That is something that I am kind of considering. But yeah, we're up 55%, so that's going quite well. AMD, we're up 57% on AMD, 7% weighting. Yeah, really happy with AMD. Great company. The future for that this year and next year, when the 400 I comes out, that's going to be incredible for it. So yeah, really happy with AMD. Not really selling any shares off either at the moment, to be fair, because I still think 2026 is going to be an incredible year for it. We've got B&M. We're down about 11% on B&M right now, which I'm very surprised how low that's continued to fall. We did lock in some profit on B&M a couple of weeks ago, to be fair. I think it had a rally back up to like the £2.60, 70 range, and we sold some shares out of B&M for like 30+% return, and then it's just completely dipped out of nowhere. No, don't know why. Financially still doing okay. We get a lovely dividend off it as well. So yeah, I'm happy to just sit there and wait for B&M to come back, because I feel like it will come back in my opinion. So we'll keep watching it. JD Sports are up 23% on JD Sports. It's having actually a cracking day today as well, to be fair. So really happy with my JD Sports position. I do think about maybe just trimming it slightly just to bring the weighting down after buying a bit on the dip. 5% allocation's a decent chunk, but I do still look at the valuation. I think it's like 7 times forward earnings or something, and I just think that is just a bit too low for someone like JD Sports. Evolution, we're up 15% on Evolution. I'm just going to hold that now. They do seem to be just hitting problem after problem, but it's like a bit like everything really. The valuation is just incredibly good at that one, and if they do get back to the growth that they're supposed to do, yeah, I think that will do very well, and hopefully that will happen as they sort out the cybersecurity attacks that are going on in Asia at the moment. Mercado Libre, we're up 34% on Mercado Libre. It's having a 10% dip at the moment. I would like it to drop another 10% before I do buy more Mercado Libre. I would like Mercado Libre to be up here above like JD and B&M. So if it can dip, yeah, I would really like that, to be fair, so I can add in that and get that up there. DraftKings are up 24% on. I'm really happy with that. No plans to add, no plans to sell. Just leaving that one there. Game Realms are up 42% on Game Realms. I think Game Realms used to be slightly higher. We have locked in a bit of profit at the moment. Just a bit of concerns around not upgrading the guidance, and also that there's the theory that UK are going to do some more taxing on the online companies, and Game Realms might get hit by that. So yeah, watching that one closely. Card Factory, that's having a cracking day as well today. That's up 24%. We get a lovely dividend off that one as well. So yeah, big fan of Card Factory. Enphase, that is a very volatile one. Maybe slightly higher up than where it should be, considering how volatile it can be and how bumpy the next year could be. That has the potential to go up a lot, down a lot in the next 12 months. But long term, I think solar energy, Enphase, and as these interest rate cuts continue, will do well. So yeah, I like Enphase. New Holding, we're up 17% on New Holding. They did a absolute cracking report last week, and yeah, really happy with that one. Meta up 24% on Meta. I would love Meta to go a little bit higher, but same again, it would have to be a 20% dip maybe for that to happen. In my personal portfolio, Meta is up there in my top 5 holdings, and I would like to replicate that, but it's just buying it at the right time, really. Adobe, we're starting to build up that Adobe position. The more I look at Adobe, I'm like, I need to get that up a lot higher. So I could very much see Adobe at these levels, and especially if it drops another 10%, that would get really interesting. But I could see really Adobe starting to push up to the top 5, 6, 7 holdings in this portfolio at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Zotefoams are up 61% on Zotefoams. What a performer that has been for us. This is why I do like some of these small UK stocks, and I would love Etoro to have the liquidity a bit more for them. So we have like the likes of Audioboom and CVS Group coming in here to help our performance and help replicate my private account. Watch the Switzerland Group, we're down 4%. That might get added into very soon as well. Amazon, we're up 35%. I love Amazon to go higher in the portfolio as well, but has to be at the right time on a dip. Redrow, we're down 11% on. I might increase into that one as well. PayPal, yeah, I'm really liking PayPal at these levels. Same again. This is one that I could quite easily see. I'm sure you guys were aware, before I did the eToro portfolio, PayPal was a position I had started building at the back end of 22 into 2023. We got into 2024, the stock rallied, sold it for good amounts of profitability, and then the stock has fallen back again. And when that happened, PayPal was my 3rd largest position, so we made a lot of money during that time. We made a good 40-50% in one and a half year holding, which is fantastic, and it's back at those sort of levels now. So PayPal is a relatively small position right now, but I could really see PayPal a bit like Adobe pushing up to this 5-6 position. So that is something that I'm also considering right now. DLocal were up 39% on that reported earnings last week. Fantastic earnings from DLocal. We've got Mobico, which is up 10% at the moment, which is a bit of a turnaround play. Very ugly balance sheet, so I've got to be really careful about the weighting on that one, but we are having some Mobico there. Warpaint, you can see here, this is the only downside with Etoro sometimes, is the liquidity on UK stocks can be quite poor, and you can see here I'm currently banned, well, not banned, they've currently stopped trading on Warpaint, so I can't buy it, I can't sell it, it's just sat there. And if I could buy it right now, I would be adding into Warpaint big time, but we can't at the moment, so a bit frustrating there. Money Supermarket, we're up about 10% on Money Supermarket. Nice little dividend. I'm waiting to see if the financials start turning, and we see some of the what they've had big headwinds at the moment turn into tailwinds. And if that does happen, I would be really interested to add in more, but I'm waiting for that to happen until I do add some more in. VF Corp, that's a relatively new position in, a turnaround play in the apparel space. That's a I'm starting to see the signs of the turnaround, but before I go too big on it, I want to keep seeing those signs of the turnaround happening there. So we'll keep watching that one. We've got some Taylor Wimpey, a bit like Barrett Redrow. I would like to add in some bit more Barrett Redrow and Taylor Wimpey, because I think the housing space in the UK is going to have a good rebound soon. And then we've got some Greggs. I would really like to add into some Greggs at the moment. I think that's good value. And then we've got some Shopify, which I'd love to be a lot higher, but I can't buy at these levels. And some SoFi up 163%. Same again, I'd love to buy some more Shopify, some more SoFi, but I can't at these levels. So we'll see if it drops. Shopify and SoFi, I'd love to be up here, but just not the right value at the moment. But it would be great because it would kind of replicate my private account as well. So yeah, that's how it's all doing really well. Happy with the performance. I've got a few things to buy, a few things to consider selling. And taking some profit on some of these stocks. I think the ones, like I said, you'll see me most active on really is maybe the house builders potentially, but PayPal in particular, Watches Switzerland Group, Adobe are the three big ones that I'm probably going to be focusing on right now. And then I've just got to consider, do I trim a bit of profit off the likes of JD, for example, rebalance him positions, maybe slightly a bit more. We've been locking some profit in Zotefoams quite a bit, so I don't want to touch that one. DLocal, I locked some profit in after the jump off earnings, so I don't really want to touch that one too much, but that's been a really good performer for us. New stock wise into the portfolio, there's nothing too mega that I'm looking to add in. If Visa was ever the right value, that would be a great addition into the portfolio. But yeah, apart from that, I've been looking at a few stocks in the background, but nothing's really interested me massively. What I might do is I might actually do a separate video, like 5 stocks I'm watching and like 5 stocks that I'm kind of really considering buying separately, because that would be both for the Etoro and my private account. So maybe I'll do that one tomorrow. Like, there's a couple of stocks out there that I'm interested in, but they're just not the perfect things that are lining up for them at the moment. That's where the Etoro portfolio is at, and hopefully we finish off the year pretty strong, how we've had a good year, and carry on outperforming the S&P 500. So yeah, thank you to all the people that are copying me. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm sure you've had a good performance this year. And if you want to sign up for Etoro, guys, like I said, links in the description in the comment section. But that's how everything's going. Hope you enjoyed the update, guys, and I'll see you all in September for September's update. Thanks for watching. See you in a bit.